Yeah, it was great to have Kevin Gleason on moments ago. Bright Path Mortgage. You can apply on our website, myatlantahomelistings.com. Just go to the middle of the page. Bright Path is right there on the bottom with the Apply Now link. All the details. myatlantahomelistings.com. You can search for homes, get an instant valuation for your home. And for those people who are looking to just sell outright, quick, distress sale, divorce, family, estate, whatever it is, if you're looking to just dump it, I don't know why people do that in a market like this, but if you are, you can run through the evaluation tab. I could send you through the whole funnel, but just
see what your value is.
Run through there, see what your value is. That's going to be probably, if anything, low. So when that site kicks back that value, I'm going to follow up. Mackenzie's going to follow up. Somebody will follow up, and be willing to text us back or email us back and say, I didn't like that value. It's too low, right? That's fine, because then we'll do it manually. So just beware, if you're under $500,000 or $600,000, it may actually produce a value that's slightly under the market, because the market. Here's the good news. If we're looking at sales from 4 months ago, when we factor all that in, we can't fully estimate what the value is 3 months from now. I just sold a home in Stone Mountain for what I would consider to be the value of the home 3 to 6 months from now. We priced it. It came in at $114 on our website. We priced it at another number much higher than that, and we sold it above that price. And that's the way we like to see it happen. And we sold it in about 6 days with 8 offers.
So, I have a seller, recently he became a seller, he was trying to figure out the logistics. Okay, so let's just say you got a family, you got kids getting out of school, you got a lot of stuff going on. You can't really figure out what your home's value is, but you know that you need something bigger, okay? So I have a client, again, he is under $300,000. I think he's like $250,000. And I've been talking to him since January. We're in a different market since January. Mm-hmm. But his thing was, I would really love to be able to sell this property and get an offer on it, move in 30 days, and buy something new before the kids start. But I'm having an issue because I feel like there's so many things that I need to update. Like I want to change out the cabinets and da-da-da. And I said, listen, let me send you your value. Let me show you what your comps are. So in his neighborhood, the same floor plan, right? There's 8 sold within the last 30 days. There's 1 that is under contract. There's nothing else available. So I'm just list it. Let me take some pictures and just put it on.
If you're worried about all the logistics.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't want to overpromise here or set expectations that are sky high. If we agree to take the listing and you do what we suggest, and we're not going to force it on you, but if you're comfortable with it, and you put it on the market, plan a 1-week vacation while we put it on the market. Go on a cruise.
Let us handle it.
Check your email every day or whatever. Let us deal with it. By the time you get back at the right price point right now, it's sold, and you didn't have to take the dog out. You didn't have to take the kids out. You didn't have to straighten up the toys. It's just ready to go. And
you were going to go on vacation anyway, right?
By the time you get back, it's hopefully under contract. That's right now. That may not be the case a year from now.
I'd be willing to risk that. I really would.
So here's the thing, though. Because of that, there's a lot of companies, and I don't want to bore the audience because we've talked about this 2 or 3 weeks in a row, OfferPad, Knock.com, all of these companies that will buy your home and make it easy and smooth.
Mama does mortgages.
I actually put one of our properties through this system until they figured out it was me, and then they killed my offer and said, we've rejected your offer. And they came in at a price that was significantly below its value because they have no idea how to evaluate anything because they're not real agents. They're just people getting paid a salary to call you until you go insane. And so they then give you this number. And so let me say this. If you have the standard home in a standard neighborhood and they throw out a number and it's, let's say you're on knock.com or OfferPad or one of these things, and they say your home is worth $412,000. Well, your home might be worth $415,000, $420,000, and you're sitting here thinking, well, hell, why would I go through all that when I can get basically full market value and just knock it out in 2 weeks and be done with it? It's not how it works. What happens next is you have an inspection. And what I'm being told is that once they go to inspection, these companies then beat the crap out of you because they've already got you under contract, and they go in and do their inspection. They come back and want $30,000 more off. They charge a 9 to 12% fee on top of it, and by the time you're done, the number on our property was going to be 78% if it stuck with a very limited inspection. By the time they were done with the inspection, it was going to be 70 to 73%. And this company has bought about 200 homes in the area. I think it was OfferPad. And I'm sitting here
How
going,
many have they sold?
why did those people give their homes away? They literally allowed this company to come in and buy their home at 70 cents on the dollar.
They prey on those people, though.
And so I started, unrelated to that, there's a company called Movoto. And Movoto bills itself as like a Zillow, right? Have you heard of Movoto?
I have.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Zillow. And I had a seller who was troubled by some of the photos, the way Zillow had altered them. So we put stuff in the MLS. The seller wanted to do her own photos because she's kind of a designer and kind of a digital expert at the same time. And I said, okay, fine. If you want to do them, I'm happy to send our people out and pay for it. You want to do them, I'm happy to take them and do whatever you want with them. So she did a nice job of the photos, by the way. And she did some cropping. She did an excellent job, very sweet lady. And when we put them in, Zillow cropped them. It's an automated process. Nothing we can do about it, right? So she's not happy about this. She's not mad at us. She's just not happy about it. And I took her through a bunch of screenshots and imaging. And when someone approaches me this way and really starts challenging me, I'm like, what am I missing? That's kind of how I've taken the business. It was getting frustrating because I'm like, I can't change what you want me to change. So anyway, I started looking at all these sites saying, let me see if every site's doing this or just certain ones. And so I ended up on Movoto. And I looked at Movoto and I saw this nice lady. She reminds me of a former agent who used to work for me. See that right there? You see who she looks like? Yeah. She's not a pleasant one to deal with anyway. So it says contact Movoto, Alpharetta agent. And so it says I'm interested in blank street, contact agent, right? So it's on my listing on another website for which I have no control. This company
you have no credit for it either.
It doesn't have my name except it has our housedog.com real estate LLC, which is a legal name of our company, the Real Estate Experts. Uh-huh. And it has, it's nicely displayed. It's got all of our marketing. It's certainly exposure. I would never take it off of the site because there are eyeballs here, and I want my seller, regardless of whether I get the leads from the buyers or not, to have the maximum exposure, absolutely possible. So I'd be harming them to get into a match with Movoto. But so then I said, well, let me just see what happens. So I filled out my contact information. And I put it on my cell phone, and I keep getting these calls. Hi, this is Jim from Lob City Realtor. It's like I think they don't want me to know the name of the company.
Somebody had said that, they had 17 buyers or something for you, and it's going fast.
We've had a number of inquiries about seeing this home. Well, it's funny you haven't set up any showings. From
me, actually, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen your company come across the dial there. So I'm thinking, these 3-minute voicemails, and they've literally called me like 20 times. I'm like, what part of Hi, this is Bryan Crabtree with the Real Estate Experts makes you want to leave me a voicemail?
They obviously didn't hear your voicemail.
No, when they get my voicemail, they press a dump button and it automatically delivers a voicemail. I blocked their number. They're still getting through. So at least they're following up on my listing. That's great. But I'm sitting here going, this is the kind of scam work that's out there. This company is nowhere near Alpharetta. Nowhere near it. It's not an Alpharetta agent. It's misrepresented. It's an agent from 2 or 3 different companies that kept calling. I believe the people who are calling me aren't even in the city. They sound like they're in a call center because I can hear background noise. The 1 or 2 times I did answer the phone. The picture of the Alpharetta agent is not even the real agent. It's a stock photo. I did a search in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's funny.
I did a search in Nashville, Tennessee. Same picture.
Wow.
Same woman. And I'm not given really any access to request information. So I went to our FMLS, our big, 50,000 agents, 60,000 listings or whatever it is, MLS here in Metro Atlanta. I said, I don't understand how this company is able, Movoto, to be licensed as a real estate agent in the state, but not be a member of FMLS. Take our listings. Every agent with every company throughout Metro Atlanta is exposed to this. If you're an agent, call FMLS and join my party here of going against Movoto because they're taking the consumer, misleading them, steering them to the inappropriate outside of the market people, billing them as an Alpharetta agent, right? Bull crap. And then they're belaboring them with these just phone calls after phone calls from multiple companies that I've never heard of. I can't research them. I can't Google them or anything until I look them up on the Georgia real estate database.
Which makes it harder for me. Thank you.
And so I'm looking at this going, this isn't right. This is misleading and shady. It creates confusion with the consumer. And no matter what I've ever done in marketing, no matter what I believe in this business, no matter how much I can be a curmudgeon or I can be combative, I have always been successful because of this, have always been a consumer advocate. And if we are confusing the consumer on the front end, we are not doing our job as a community of housing people and experts. And I think this kind of thing is an example of how people end up, as we talked at the beginning of the show about reviews, they even have review. Look at the stars on that.
Yeah.
Alpharetta agent with a fake photo that doesn't
Fake
exist in Alpharetta.
reviews.
And there are no reviews. It's a 4.7 star review.
But there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. It's just a fake image. It's literally a fake image. It is despicable what is happening out there.
So why isn't there like some sort of a lawsuit against these people?
I don't know. I think people don't pay attention to this stuff like I do.
We should get together with the board of realtors and bring it up.
Maybe they won't do anything.
You
That's
don't
why I've not been in their good graces for a long time.
My big thing is to protect the public. How are they? I mean, it's harming the public.
They don't want to. We don't want to get in the middle of any fights now. You know, like that Crabtree guy, he fights with everybody. Like the homeowners association, he's fighting with them because they're breaking into people's units. He shouldn't be doing that. Just let them break in. Let them get shot a few times. They'll stop doing it. You know, that's how people. That's how the realtors umbrella thinks. That's how the community of housing thinks. Not do what's right and be right. It's we don't want to stir anything up. We might stop a few fraudsters along the way. That's why I think that's the best part of this show is that we expose and put it online digitally infinitum all of the frauds in this business.
I mean, I honestly have to say this about you. You really don't care.
I don't care because I know that this audience and our followers understand that we're looking out for them and that we make money just as much, if not more, by doing exactly that.
The right thing, yeah.
You know, you make more doing the right thing over the long term than you do doing the wrong thing in the short term. That's it. All right, that's our show. MyAtlantaHomeListings.com online. If you have a home to buy or sell or a general question, have a great weekend.